exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay? No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage. That's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed. No fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner, maybe talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through. Maybe the day before, make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take 2. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, STC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all, and then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason, and then the ones you got for the wrong reason. The ones you got for the wrong reason. See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it, or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit, okay? And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos, join my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass. Okay? Good. Okay, everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass it. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I gotta pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal. Go beat this thing. We got it, baby. Boom. Welcome on. Ooh, Jeff is in a fog. I love it.
No, there we are.
There we go. Okay, good. Welcome on. I don't know if I look a little different today. I woke up this morning, and my desktop kaput. Luckily, it's under warranty. Literally, I brought it down, and he goes, it's probably a power issue, whatever the fuck that is. So it is what it is. So now I'm on my laptop, but I got a better camera than the other one. Whatever, it's slightly better. Okay. I need a shave. Okay. Hope everyone's doing well. And happy Thursday. Today is NASAA 63, 65, 66, 68, 70, 42, and whatever. Okay, now, so let's get into a couple things real quick. I have Q banks. If you look at my links in my main part, I have a Q bank for Security Institute of America. You can buy just a Q bank, hundreds of questions. You can buy Achievable, which is a whole thing. It's like, and you get a discount link. To buy STC, they're outstanding. And we'll go from there. Okay. We do memberships. Again, if you're doing the memberships, do not pay more than $49. The max anyone on this live should be paying is $49 a month. That gives you a Sunday/Monday class, or in the class that just ended. We did a live. We did the Zoom right before here. It ended at 7:50. If you're going to do it, if you're going to sign up, make sure that you turn on notifications, because the number one text I get at 6:59 is, I don't see the Zoom link, because I send the Zoom link out on post. So it comes out there and you get it. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, guys, everyone, throw questions in there. Jeff is going to find them for me because I got to keep him awake because he works his ass off. One quick question. One thing I have to warn you. You guys all know I say I hate fucking Reddit, right? I fucking hate Reddit. I think it's a shit show. Here's sort of why. Now I'm going to talk about a person who posts on Reddit, not the one you think I am. Look, the one I won't, the he who shall not be named, he has good stuff. It's really good stuff. We just don't get along. There's another person on Reddit who has no experience. He's on the Series 65 subreddit. I feel bad. He has no experience. He was in the business as a back office person for about a week, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years max. He pretends he's been in the business for a very long time. He was in there from like 2019 to 2021. He's a marketer. He's a real estate agent. He does this. He sells a course, which is fine. You want to sell courses on the things? Fine. But please look at their broker check. I have a broker check. You'll see some bad shit I did on there. But the point is, it's on there. You'll know that I have a fucking experience, okay? You see other guys. So I would say if you're going to go look, before you sign up for a course or anything, check people out on broker check. They're on there. You can see my fun stuff. I did a whole video on it saying I have 4 disclosures. You can look at them. They're fun to look at. Okay. Now, I'm just saying be wary of who you are. Make sure that you know who it is, and just because someone says that people like it, remember, that's why I like my Facebook group, because you know who's posting the FINRA exam. Because even if they do anonymous, I can see who they are because I'm a moderator, so I know that they're real people. The problem with Reddit, if everyone's ever heard of astroturfing, you ever hear of that, Jeff?
What is it?
Astroturfing. It's like, so look, it's like, you know, they say, what do they call it when somebody has like it's just organic shit, like the ground, whatever it is. So grassroots, right? They call it's grassroots, where it's just organic people building. AstroTurfing is putting fake accounts on there to build you up. So AstroTurfing is putting fake stuff on there. Oh, I like this guy. I like this guy. I like this guy. So what happens is it's fake. And that's the problem with Reddit. It is. Now, what I'm going to say was very interesting, and I'm going to post this later. This is a good thing. We're back on the good shit. No more rants, okay? One of the ladies just passed the other day, and I think her name's Trina or whatever. She said, I asked her if I can publish this, and she said yes. She said she deleted all of her social media other than email and text messaging and my YouTube from her phone. And she said it was night and day between her before that and after, like within a week or two, her mind started working better. She wasn't distracted. Because how many times you go on the phone and go to say, oh, I'm gonna look something up, and next thing you know, you're doom scrolling to people doing cheer dances or something like that. It just fucking happens, okay? They know what they're doing. Get the shit off your fucking phone. If you want to watch it, you want to doom scroll on your laptop or iPad, fine. But make this pristine. It should literally, I don't even know how to make it look. This, it should be like nothing, okay? See, it's white, okay? So it literally should be nothing. Text message and email until you pass. I promise you, if you're 3 days away, fuck it, you're screwed. But if you're more than 2 weeks away, you absolutely can see a difference in your study method. It's scary. And again, messages and emails on there, no one misses you. Get the alerts off. Or at least turn off the notifications. And this is what I tell everyone. If what I just said makes you feel uncomfortable, you really need to do it. If I say get your shit off your phone for 2 weeks and you go, I can't do it, you are the prime candidate to do it. Okay. Let's get into this. Okay.
Is there a catalyst to the rant?
To the rant? Yes.
Yeah. There is something behind this.
Well, no. He didn't do anything to me. I've already been banned from his group because I do YouTube.
No. I'm talking about like the banning from social media.
No.
Not.
The reason is because a girl said, I'll see if I can find it. I'm so happy. So she posted that she passed, and I'll see if I can find it. Hold on. It was so great. It wasn't that far. It wasn't that far back. Here it is. Okay. 100%. You mentioned getting off all social media, and I did for the 7 and the 66, especially. Studied my tail off, passed everything first time, and it was what you said: determination, focus, sacrifice. 7th-month journey. I'm done now. SIE 766, life and health. Thank you, Ken, for these videos. Huge help on my journey. Little cornucopia of stuff. That's what did it. There are things that get me to rant on a good thing. I have good rants and I have bad rants. That's what you're going to deal with. Okay. On to this. So now, just keep that in mind that if you can get the social media off your phone, listen, watch me on iPad. Don't do this. This should be like, oh, I'm driving. Nothing pops up and bothers me. Okay. I should do it, but fuck it. I'm a lost cause. Okay. So here we go. Tina Louise, a 3-hour tour. Okay, here we go. Failed on the. Okay. So, okay. Oh. Right. I think this could be in your wheelhouse. The options are fine. We know that because my options videos are just chef's kiss. Okay.
I'm trying to figure. So, fellow 65 for try. Keep scoring 66, 65, 64, 65. The options videos about. Okay.
I can start.
Go ahead, because I always have like further questions, like because I'm always
ask your questions and then I will do my thing.
Okay.
Because I'm arrogant enough, I don't need context. I just say shit whether it's right or not.
Okay. Did you read the book? That's always like the first thing. Why are you with your options videos with no problem?
The options aren't an issue, and she's still staying under.
My question is did you read the book? Because you can definitely, you can do well with like, and when you're scoring, when you're looking at what you got wrong, is it just all over the place? I have a feeling that this is just when you're scoring that consistently in the mid-60s. I feel like it's just you didn't cover enough material. Like I have a feeling that the person didn't read the book. That's just.
She's been around for. I've seen her before. She may not have, right? So, but the thing is, or she hasn't read it in a while, right?
Yes,
that could be part of it. Like, it could be she's read it, but maybe not in a while.
I feel like you know what you know, and you haven't picked up anything since then. Right. Like going back to the chapters and like going to the particular areas. Doing question banks if you have like Kaplan or something, and focusing just on those immediate questions. I'd be very curious to know: did you read the book? How long ago? And when you're taking the practice exams, are you taking them with the answers off?
Right.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to go on my little thing now. I 100% think you got to go back and read the book. I found out anytime somebody's stuck at a number and they go, I just keep taking tests. Yeah, fucking stop doing the same thing and over again. That's the sign of being crazy, right? So what you have to do is change it up. If you've read the book and you have been taking questions and you're starting to press on them, okay, change it up. Go back and read the book. Watch videos. Join a study group. There's a million things you can do that would be better for you. Okay.
She's responding here. So yes, I did read the book. Okay. Same 3 chapters, 4, 6, and 16.
Which are what?
That's I was like, I thought I was gonna say you probably have them memorized, but what is 4, 6, and 16?
Well, it depends on what book, right?
Yeah, right.
Because like Kaplan does, I think Kaplan does the like some stuff first and other after. And by the way, even though this is a 7 question, all this relates. Okay.
I actually like solving these kind of riddles because because I'll tell you why. If you're consistently scoring there's probably 1 or 2 things you just need to tweak to go from mid-60s to mid-70s. Right.
Okay.
I'm just trying to.
So let's see what she answers with that, right? So yeah, I think she should switch it up a little bit.
If you can, be brutally honest whether you're not concentrating or you're not studying every day or it's you're not being able to give it your full focus. There's definitely STC she said, but there's definitely got to be something.
Yes, there's always, and that's why I say you got to switch up what you're doing. Maybe if you're doing a bunch of tests and you're not moving up, stop taking tests. Spend 3 or 4 days just reading or watching videos. Okay. Now, Graham, she finished books today, and it was at the 66, or if it's a 63, you're fine. Okay. But if it's a 66, which it sounds like it is, that is a tight fucking haul, Graham. But yes, there's a lot of overlap from the 7 and the SIE for the 65 and 66. So I assume if you did the 7, you're going for the 66. Yeah, you got to get the registrations out, but don't sleep on the ethics. I'm telling you right now, ethics will be the killer, right? You can remember if you go through my videos, go through my crash course, I have that chart where you have broker dealer IA, agent IAR. It's super helpful. But make sure you go through the ethics stuff. I'm telling you right now, it's a fucking killer. There is definitely overlap from the 7 and the SIE in this. But yeah, get the IA stuff down, obviously, but don't sleep on the ethics. Okay. 5-ster. Boom. I love it. That's awesome. You're ready, baby. You just take your time. Get the fuck off my live. Okay. By the way, you guys know I am 10 minutes behind. So relax. I will get your questions. I promise you. So hang out, just relax, get a drink, and we're going to go from there. Okay. Got a 75 on the brutal. You're in good shape. When you went over the ones you got wrong, are you like, ooh, I got that? Or was it like I didn't understand it? Okay. Okay. You're gonna crush this tomorrow. I know you are. You're gonna knock this thing 100%. And this is for I want to stop it there. So I just get it to 1. So we're gonna rock this thing, right? Okay. And look, we got Crispy, baby. Crisp is gonna boom. I love it. Let's fucking go. Let's get this done, baby. 3-0, baby. Unlike the Knicks. Okay, good.
What was your Knicks reference there?
Well, he said it's 3-0, unlike the Knicks.
Oh.
They could have been 3-0. They could have been done. Right? It would have been last night if they had won Monday, right?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me started on the.
One thing I'm going to say, the last 4 days have made the other 49 states. I said this the other night. I think Spurs fans.
Oh, I thought it was the exact opposite.
What?
I thought that was the opposite.
No, it's not not the players, the people outside. You saw they beat up that old man in the Spurs jersey. They somebody egged, what's his name? What's his name? The tall guy?
Wembanyama.
Yeah, somebody egged him in the head.
Okay.
It's not the Knicks. The fucking Knicks are outstanding.
No,
You're class and all that. But I'm just saying.
I agree. I mean, but if I look at it as two sides, like one, it is completely wrong to go and torture somebody because they're not that they're a San Antonio fan in the middle of New York City. But on the other hand, that San Antonio person is probably antagonizing.
Did you watch it? He's an old man. Did you watch
mean,
him? They were jumping.
there's no excuse. There's no excuse for any of it. There's no excuse for any of it. Why people trash their own city when they win, they lose. I don't get it. You're just hurting yourself. It doesn't. Yeah. But I will say one thing, because my big thing is when people are talking about studying, I always say you want to be 75 to 80% on all topics.
Yep.
If you look at how the Knicks played this stretch. To me, they were playing it 75 for like each player was only doing 75%, but because everybody was contributing, just like if you knew all the areas of 75%, you see where they finished last night.
You don't need to be 100%. I agree.
I'm saying this a little, with a little bit grain of salt, but what I'm saying is it came together because they all just got enough in there and contributed, just like knowing all the chapters for any of these exams.
They weren't perfect. Yep, 100%. Okay, so really, only thing I can tell the SIE, go watch my crash course, watch my videos, and make sure you have customer counts down. Make sure investment risk and the consensus is NASAA night. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Ethics, not ethics, wrong test. Customer counts, investment risks, and what the register rep is allowed to do. Find my crash course and go beat this fucking thing. Okay. Let's go, baby. Isabel, we're going to see you on Monday night. For this, the next week is Monday, and then following that is Sunday. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Customer counts and suitability. Got it. Okay, that's fair. Okay. The suitability is the big one, right? The suitability you got to get, and that the only way to do that is to keep knowing the products. By the way, for everyone for the 7, I'm working for the 65. I should have something very cool coming out in the next couple of days. Okay. Okay, Jeff, same thing. If you're scoring 64 to 73, you're right there. Since you have literally 18 days, take from now until Sunday to just watch videos and read. And maybe Sunday afternoon, take its final. I think that's your best bet, right? Because if you're not, because again, if you keep hitting the wall, you got to change it up. Instead of doing tests over and over again. And do you mean quizzes like full finals?
I was just going to say that because when people put quizzes versus finals, I just want to make sure that they're talking about the practice exams, taking a full exam all the way through. Because anything less than that, just basing it on a quiz, a question bank, that's not the best way to gauge where you're at.
Yeah, I agree. It's fair. Okay. Yeah, let us know if it's quizzes. He's using Kaplan. Remember, to be fair, Kaplan, your scores can be lower and still pass because they make everything so convoluted. Jeff, go over your bad answers and let me know. You can look at them. Are you getting them wrong because you didn't understand the stuff, or was it like you didn't know the material, or was it so convoluted you couldn't track it? Okay. I do have a discount code for Achievable. I'll see if I can find it before we go. Okay. If you look in my descriptions of almost any of my videos, it's going to be in there. Good. Okay, I can try to find it too. Oh, don't want to shrink that. That's what she said. Okay, here we go. Okay. I can. I literally just did it in the membership group. Now, Heather, this is it. Now, what I'm going to add in here, if you need tutoring, I'm not saying you do, but if you need tutoring, we're here. It's CapitalAdvantageTutoring.com, or just go to Series66exam.com. But I'm not saying to do that. The other one is if you want, there's another guy out there, Michael Weiss, who's fabulous. This is fabulous. He's at Series7examtutor.com. Okay. Kevin Major, boom. How are you? Let's go, baby. Okay, here we go. Now, so here we go. So here's our blank board. We got nothing here. Okay. So now, if I say in 3 years, I'm going to have 5 grand. Okay. Is it right? Is it mirrored? Is it right? Does that look right?
You got to move it over. There you go.
Okay. So I'm saying, does it look forward? That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, say I have 5 grand in 3 years. Shut up, dog. Okay. So now, 3 years, and we're earning 4% a year. Okay. So it's 5 grand in 3 years at 4% a year. The question, that's my future value. The question is, what's my present value? Or we could call that fair market value. Or where should this bond, if it's a bond, be trading now? In 3 years at 4%, it's going to be worth 5 grand. What price should it be trading at right now? That's the present value. So I will do 5,000 divided by 1.04, and I will do that 3 times. 104, 104, 104, and I will come up with $4,444. So that is the present value, okay? That is the present value. That's the expected price. That's the fair market value. That's the price you should pay. You should pay for this bond to be right. And if you did pay 444 and you got the 5 grand, that 4% is your IRR. That's your internal rate of return. Your internal rate of return is where you have a 0 NPV, where the present value and the future value are equal. Not the same number, but on parity. Hopefully that helps so far. Now we're not done, baby. Now what if you go to buy this bond and it's only $4,000? $4,000, right? You're buying it for 4 grand when it's really worth 444. That's a bargain. So you're buying it for less than the value. That is a positive NPV. Definitely buy that thing. Now, let's say the bond is really trading at 4,500. You're paying 4,500 for it, but the fair market value is 44. It's crazy, Eddie. Now, you pay $4,500 for it, and it's only worth 444. You're overpaying. That's overvalued. That's a negative NPV, and you should not do it. That's internal rate of return. That's par value. That's future value. NPV is just, if it's a positive NPV, you're getting it at a bargain. If it's a negative NPV, you're losing money. Does that? Let me know. Heather, let me know if that helps. Heather's. Okay. Here we go. Kevin, that's outstanding. Now, what's interesting, I may have, in the next week or two, we may have, in a week or two, a connection to a really good CFP course, if you don't have one already. A lot of people use Danko. I think Kaplan Schweizer does it too, but I'm going to have access to a really good one. Okay. Nicholas Samaroso. Okay. Nice Irish name. 65 tomorrow, getting passing heads, but cannot get passing score on Kaplan. Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know that you're stressing about nothing, but I do think that if you're passing SDC, not from memorizing, but from learning it, okay? For learning it, okay? And you're getting passing because you understand it, and you're missing on Kaplan because you're convoluted or too mathy, you're probably in good shape. Okay. Do I have a video? Hold on. I will get you, Heather, I promise. Franco American. That is outstanding. I love it. My new.
Ich schau nach links, ich schau nach rechts. Was für geile Leute. Ich schau nach links, ich schau nach rechts. Was für geile Leute. Ich schau.
Outstanding. Jeff's like, what the fuck? Every time goes, all the songs are bangers to me, man. I
like them.
As far I know, they're so like pokey, but I'm like, I can handle that. Okay.
The originals are good. These are good follow-up.
I know. I know. I have to figure that out. So I sent those links to my daughter, and I said, if you have a band, feel free to get him. Because there's some people who speak German in Panama. Okay. Now, do I have a video on ethics? I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know if I do. I should. I don't think I missed that chapter. I can look it up while we're talking. Let me come back to that, and I will hit you up, and I'll let you know if I have one. If not, I mean, I don't know what chapter it is. That's the thing. If I knew what chapter it was. Let's see. Here we go. I'm in the playlist. Let me look at the videos. The problem is I don't have any ethics, so it hurts. Okay, hold on. Administrator, jurisdiction, quick and dirty, investment fee. Ah, there we go, baby. Where are we? There we go. I have it. It says Series 63 on it, but it's literally the same shit. Here we go. And again, remember anything. Oh, Emma, stay on there. We can talk about that. So anything on my 66 playlist that says 63, it's for you because I don't want to take a chance by posting the same video with different titles. I don't really want to do that. That's not my game. Okay. Is it? Yeah. So, you got so much time. And by the way, past perfect, your base score is 65. You're in great shape. With a month, I mean, literally a little under a month ago, you were in absolutely fine shape. That's really good. Just keep grinding. Remember, here's the thing. Since we're close, right? We're there. Make sure what we should do is make sure that you reread everything. Okay. Anytime you get something wrong, you have so much time. Read the paragraph in the book. And remember, past perfect is so much more convoluted than the actual exam. I promise you that. Okay, you're doing the Quebec. I like it. Okay. Gregory Rockwell. Okay. Depends, right? So what vendor do you have? Okay. If you have Emma, stay on there too. If you have, we may get out of here early, baby. We're almost done with questions. If you guys have questions, throw them in there. If you're getting 81 and 77, you're really in good shape, and you're 15 days away. And that's only 2 questions, so we don't know. Is it Kaplan? Is it STC? Because if it's Kaplan, they have a performance tracker. I know they changed their UI a little bit, but I do think they still have that. So I still think they have the performance tracker, and that's where you're going to tell where you can do the weakest. But remember, if you're taking the 66 and it's econ that's hurting you, you have better things you can waste your time on. Make sure you get the regs and stuff down. Make sure you get the investment vehicles, and make sure you get the what is it? Oh, the client recommendation stuff, because that's starting to be a killer for people. Okay. Take the 7, baby. Emma, take the 7. Take the 7 because remember the 66 is great. Here's the thing: if you're not working yet, which obviously you are because you have the choice, you would take the 66 before you start because you can do that without being sponsored. But there's so much like literally the 7 is the SIE on speed. Okay. So definitely take the 7 first because you're on a roll, right? You're there, and then you can take the 66. If you didn't start work yet and you can take the 66 before you start work, I would do that. But since you're not, don't. Okay. We might get out of here early, baby. Taking the series 66 tests on June 26th. Taking 2. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is that the same question? Got an 81 and a 70. Oh, yeah, it's the same fucking thing. Okay. You put it in twice. So I'll say it again. Go through the chapters and let me know what vendor you're using before we head out. And let me know where you're if it's SDC, they have a thing that tells you you're weak. If they have Kaplan, they have a performance tracker. But again, like I said to the previous guy, which was you, don't worry about if it's 66, don't worry about the econ and stuff like that. It's not big on the test. Make sure you're solid on the investment vehicles, client recommendations, and the regs. That's the other 3 sections. Okay. Oh, I love it. Boom. Go Jets, baby. I love it. That's awesome. Outstanding. It's weird. It comes out as a just LinkedIn user. I truly think any rock song can be put with Bee Gees. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. So
Timeless.
yeah, what?
Timeless, classic.
Yeah, I think you can do the Beatles too, but I think I'd get fucking sued. Okay. Isabel, I literally just did it. I will do it again, but I literally just did it. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yeah, you need to know. You need to know the difference between your debit and credit spreads and straddles. 100% you do. 100% you do. It's not like, oh, maybe. 100% you do. Boom. You got to get it, Gavin. Gavin, get it done. Okay. LSU, baby. Welcome on. You're going to love them. You're going to come on Tuesday and go, holy crap, I can't believe how fucking easy options were. Why did I use T-charts for the last 2 months? That's what you're going to say. And Isabel, I'm yelling at you, but I will do it again real quick. Boom. So that's fine. So get the 7 out of the way. Get this thing done. Remember, when you're studying for it, Emma, focus on reading first. Don't try to take quizzes first. Also, you're going to get it. I tell this to everyone. You're going to get advice from older people in your business, right? They're going to walk by and see, oh, you have the book open, and they're going to want to give you advice. They're all going to give you it in the nicest way possible. They are going to say, oh, they're going to give you advice. Just don't argue with them. Go, yes, that's a good idea, and don't do it. The only advice you have is read the book. Then do the chapter quizzes. Then do finals. Watch my videos, watch their videos, whatever it is. I don't give a shit. But focus on adding knowledge for the first couple of weeks, then start doing tests. They're going to say, take a million tests, take a million tests, take a million tests. Fine, don't do it. 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 Okay. Okay. Ali, I love it. Awesome. What do I want to give him? Her. Let's go nuts. Let's find a different one. Here we go. Do you have new ones? No, okay. Ali, before I do this, are you a male or a female? I'm going to come back to that one because I have 2 choices to give you. But I'm going to go with this one for now because we don't want to stay on too long if it's boring. Okay. If you guys have questions from in there, if not, we're heading out. Let's go with this one for now. And if we come back with something else, I'll change it up.
I can hear you. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Absorbent and yellow and porous is he. Hypnotical nonsense.
I would have loved to have been at that kind of concert. Did you watch the whole game last night?
Of course.
Okay. I was busy moving my son out. So I literally turned it. I left when they were down by like 4,000 points in the second quarter. And then I came back with about 10 minutes left. So I got to see a lot of it. But yeah.
It's one of the most insane games I've ever seen played.
They've never said it never happened before, right?
Right. So like the first half, the stat was nobody's ever had that large of a margin at halftime in the championship. And then in the second half, they said nobody's ever come back from a deficit. It's kind of like you're fulfilling your own prophecy there with what they were saying. But you know, between the officiating, the changing, it's really, it was just insane.
Crazy.
I've never watched it. A sporting event.
I mean, do you know what's funny? You ever watch those games? And Ali, I'm going to handle this. Where it's like it's bad, and then you see 1 or 2 things happen, right? And then you're like, oh, and then next year you're like, wait, they're back. Like they do a couple plays, they do this, they hit a couple baskets, they gotta go fouls. I mean, the thing is, my wife looked at. She said the fouls either at the end of the Monday night game or it was the last one where they won in San Antonio. It was like. Or maybe it was a Monday night game, 22-8 in the last quarter or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Spurs versus the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck do you do that? And then you lose by 4. Can't give it. Okay. So, Ali.
No, there was a lot of that.
Let's see if this one works. Let's see. I deleted one. Let's see if this is a good one.
You're fire, you're one.
There you go, Allie. That's for you.
There you
Good.
go.
Okay. Okay. Bianca. Okay. Yes, that's his name. Okay.
Well, here we go. Colleagues. Take as many as you
That's
can.
interesting. So people have failed and then passed. Go ahead. You can go, Jeff.
No, I just always find it funny. So, like, one, I always like to, when you have colleagues that fail, and that's the second time to say it, take as many practice. Okay. The concept, remember, it's not take as many as you can. You have to make it worth your time, because, like, anybody can just crank through question, answer, they get it right or wrong, next question. But, like, you want to make sure that don't just gauge it by how many questions you took or how many times you took a practice exam. Gauge it on the fact that you were completely focused. There was no distractions. Your phone was away from you. The dog didn't come over. If you were studying at work, you didn't get any emails. You need to be completely focused every time you sit in front of the book or the screen. You need to give it your undivided attention and stay focused on it. Don't believe in that multitasking thing. And yes, do you want to take a practice? Absolutely, you want to take a decent amount. But the thing is, you need to be honest with yourself and say, did I give it my full attention while I was studying for it? And that means not just taking the exam, the practice exam, but even putting that much and more into the review of the exam, because that's where you're going to find out where you're answering them wrong. Am I just misreading the question, or am I a little weak in this area, or am I just having a bad day? Are you scoring, 75 to 78, and then you score 63? Maybe you just had a bad day. You were a little tired. Or, am I getting the same questions wrong? Did you review the question you got wrong? Did you review the part of the chapter, or watch a video? You just need to be completely honest with yourself when you're taking these practice exams. I know that's a little rambling, but I do think, like, in theory, the person's right. You want to take practice exams. Just make it worth the effort. Focus. Like, you can sit at work. For a simple example, you sit at work from 9 to 5, let's say. Did you put in quality work, or were you just jumping around from emails to phone calls to this, to that, and you didn't accomplish anything? You know how you have those days where you say, I was busy all day, but I didn't accomplish anything? You want to walk away from each studying session saying you accomplished something. There you go.
I love it. I can't touch that. Good. Can't touch that. Bianca's in the group now, and she loves it, and she's going to nail it this time. Okay. I'm a little confused. Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing. So if you're confused.
I'm scared to death. I'm frightened, and I don't know what to do. I'm confused.
There you go. Okay, now, so here's the deal. Yes, this is the easiest part. This is the easiest question ever. Broker dealers can lend. IAs can't. Broker dealers can do margin. IAs cannot. Broker dealers can lend to anyone they want under Reg T margin rules. IARs, IAs, and agents cannot. IAs, IRs, and agents can only lend to people that are, look at that, thanks, Jeff, only can lend to people who are affiliates of the investment advisor or borrow and lend from lending institutions. Broker dealers can do anything, they can lend to anyone they want under Reg T rules. That's it. Hope that works. And we got it. Summer third is going to be tough. Okay. I think we're good. Anyone else have last minute shit? You two are taking a test. Go be a fucking savage and take this thing. Did I miss one? Nervous. Don't worry, I'll get there. Look, it's fine. I think it's a PSU thing. So that on my computer. Okay. Tina, we handled in the nicest way possible. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. I think we're going to let Jeff get some sleep. I'm going to get some sleep. I've been up early moving my son out in 900-degree heat. And if you saw what I look like, you know that's not a smart idea. Okay. I think we got this. Okay, everyone, you all have a good night. I will see you guys next Thursday. Hopefully, you guys will join the memberships, and I'll see you on Mondays and Thursdays too. They're so cheap. They're like $8. It works out to be like $8 a fucking lesson, and you get to see me live back and forth at Zoom. Okay, I think that's it. We're good. Nobody else. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, they can't. So they can't, because mutual funds have to. I'm pretty sure they can. If I'm saying they can't, I'm going to assume that Ken's right, but I don't think they can. Okay. You can't. By the way, you also can't buy them on margin. Although after 30 days, you can borrow against them. Because always remember, the first 30 days of an IPO, like the SpaceX, I'm going to get like one share tomorrow. I put in for 100. I'm only going to get one. I know it.
When do you find out about your allocation?
Tomorrow. I've literally, what I've done was, now that I'm on there, I'm fucking crazy. It's not crazy, but since I'm on the IPO calendar, every time one comes up, I buy. I put money in. And I put in like 30 shares, I get 1, I get 4, I get 2. I might not get any, because if I'm getting 1 share of EROC, I'm not getting shares of everything else. But I'm just, my entire portfolio on that one account, my E-Trade, is going to be nothing but IPOs and penny stocks. Let's see, that could be my blow-up account. That could be the one where I just go out, gone. Okay. Peace out, baby. Okay. Everyone, that's it. I'm going to go head over to my son just moved in about a mile away. I'm going to go help him out setting up his house, and I'll see you all later. Y'all have a good night. Boom. Let's go, baby. I'll see you guys in a week minus an hour.